All right, brace for prices on goods that you need in your everyday lives to get even higher. The CPI, Consumer Price Index for December, was released, and we hit a 40-year high. Actually, the high that we hit was not in December. It was the year of 2021 was the highest since 1982.
Yeah. Which you probably already know. You're feeling it in your wallet. For the very latest, let's bring in Newsmax correspondent Christina Thompson. Christina, break down the numbers for us.
I mean, Heather, you're right. A lot of families are really feeling this in their wallets. It's just getting so much more expensive for families. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, consumer prices jumped 7% in December from 1 year ago to date. Take a look at what it's doing to just some of the typical grocery items that you buy. The price of steak up 21.4%, beef 18%, chicken and fish both 10%, restaurants up 6.6%, and fresh fruits and veggies prices are also up too by almost 2%. I spoke with some folks around New York City today who say their food bills are just shocking. Take a listen.
Typically by 7%, sometimes 5, sometimes 10. I buy a lot of blueberries. Blueberries are more expensive these days, but they taste amazing right now.
The meat, when you go to the restaurant and stuff like that, it's kind of expensive, yeah.
You say you take a certain number of items to a counter and you just notice that, whoa, wait a minute, I didn't realize I bought $55 worth of something, and so it's that kind of thing.
So that last person I talked to said that he actually picks up items in the grocery store and gets sticker shock by seeing how expensive things are nowadays. But if prices aren't higher than usual, products are just completely sold out. Look at some of these shelves. This is just one of the ongoing problems after dozens of those cargo ships anchored off the shore from Los Angeles ports have been there for months and leading to a supply chain crisis nationwide. The jam just being worsened by the coronavirus pandemic, causing a shortage of warehouse workers and drivers that are available to pick up those goods because they're getting sick. On Tuesday, the U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, he visited with the ports and met with leaders out there in California to talk about the supply chain crisis. This trip comes just a day after California Governor Gavin Newsom announced that he plans to invest $2.3 billion in California ports, although it's still not too promising, as Buttigieg did say that as long as COVID is around, so will these supply chain woes. Heather, Bob.
Thank you very much. Christina, thanks. Joining us now to discuss, Michael Santo, economist and foreign policy expert. I wanted to begin with that. Secretary of Transportation is saying this won't go away, this problem, until we get rid of COVID. Is that your assessment?
No, I think that we're probably at the worst. Nobody really expected Omicron to take off the way it did right now, but I think we're at the worst. And Americans are learning to adapt more and more to COVID, and it'll probably lessen in severity on average, though there could be occasionally nasty surprises.
But in the meantime, and we can take a look at these numbers again, some of the things that have gone up under President Biden's inflation nation. You look at energy prices, you begin with that. Gasoline up almost 50%. And then you just have the whole list from there. What about energy prices? And has this administration done things themselves outside of COVID to contribute to that?
I actually think with energy prices, a lot of it was the shock when people stayed home for 2 months and they weren't driving and they weren't flying. And oil companies kind of dug in. They got worried and they stopped the CapEx. They stopped investment. And restarting the oil production is much slower than stopping it. And I think that's the problem. I think the greatest long-term risk to energy will be geopolitical: Iran, North Korea, Russia, China. But energy should stabilize over time. So obviously shale, fracking are major national assets, and we need to invest in our energy resources so that we're resilient and we're energy independent.
By the way, oil is back up over $82 a barrel. So anybody that thought that the brief respite we got from higher prices in December on oil, that's going away. I wanted to ask you about earnings. People might be making more money, but according to this report, if you take into account inflation, real earnings actually fell 2.4%. So people aren't keeping up with inflation, are they?
I think that's going to be a big, big challenge for us. Corporate profits are high, so it shows that the American economy is very strong. It remains robust and dynamic. But for many average Americans, this is a challenging time. And I think that the ray of hope is this is probably the worst of the inflation. It only gets better from here.
That's interesting because that's kind of the opposite of what the White House is saying. They put out this new chart saying that inflation will moderate by the fourth quarter of 2025. So 3.5 years from now.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be quite at this rate of expansion. We really are facing the shock of a shutdown and a rapid restart. And we've seen very rapid, radical shifts in consumer demand. Who would have thought end of March 2020 that the hot item would be toilet paper? So people are shifting very rapidly. They went home. Now they're, except for Omicron, starting to go back to concerts. Omicron is a very brief thing. It'll be over in 3 weeks.
Michael,
Basically,
just before we go real quick, are interest rates going up?
yes. They
And
have
by how
to.
much?
They're so low.
By how much, how fast?
Pretty slow because the Fed wants to try for a soft landing.
Good.
All right. Well, Michael, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right.